Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie, in case you're new here, and I love making videos for nurses, nursing students, and other healthcare workers. I cover content anywhere from how to apply for nursing jobs, tips and tricks when on the floor as a nurse, tips and tricks for nursing students as they study, and then I also love to share vlogs of work days in my life and just around the house. Thank you guys for joining me here. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to cover money. So basically 5 ways that you can make more money as a registered nurse. I hope that you find these tips helpful, and if you do, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you're notified anytime I post a new video. And like this video if you find some use from it too. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first way you can make more money is maybe a little bit kind of obvious, especially if you're already in a nursing role, and that is to gain certifications. So what I mean by this is different departments have different certifications for your specialty. For example, I work in the ICU, and in critical care you can get what is called your CCRN, or your Critical Care Registered Nursing License. And what this means is that you've studied and taken a test that shows that you are knowledge sufficient in the specialty that you currently work in. And that in most jobs will help you get higher pay. So it can be anywhere from $1 to a couple dollars per hour that you would get extra money if you get your licensure. They also have the same type of licensure for Surg, they have it for OR, they have it for pediatrics, and so on and so forth. If that's something that you're interested in and you plan on staying in your current role for a long period of time, it might benefit you to get your specialty license where you're at. The second tip that I have for you is also kind of a given, and that is to shoot for a higher degree. This can be anywhere from a master's degree to a PhD to a DNP. So the difference between a PhD and DNP is a PhD is a nurse with their doctorate who went into research, whereas the DNP is a doctorate of nursing practice. So you're staying in a clinical role or a hospital role with that degree, and it's less research and more practice. So you can always get a higher degree. You could also become a CRNA, so you can become a certified registered nurse anesthetist and work with anesthesia. So those are a couple ways with those degrees that you can make some more money on the yearly basis. So the third tip that I have for you guys is something that I've personally been looking into and hope to start at some point, and that is working a PRN or part-time side gig. So you may be working a full-time job on the floor, whether med-surg, ICU, OR, PACU, but it can benefit you greatly to even get a PRN, which means as needed job. So you maybe work a couple shifts a month at a different site or in a different unit, and you kind of set aside that money for something specific, but that can be a great way to earn a little extra income. And some of the ways you can do this if you want an easy PRN job so that you don't overload yourself would be to become something like a biometrics nurse, to work in a vaccination clinic. And all these jobs are something that you may only do for a couple hours. It's kind of like no-brainer things. You're using your skills, yes, but it doesn't come with a whole lot of critical thinking. You're just giving shots or you're doing biometric screening for someone. And so having a PRN side gig job that isn't like very taxing in physical work can be very helpful to gain some extra income instead of just picking up a bunch of bonus shifts, if that makes sense. And then maybe setting that aside, all that money that comes from that job in particular, into like an investment fund. And that's how a lot of nurses that I've come to learn make a lot of side money. Now, this fourth tip may be a little bit controversial, but it's something that I've learned, and it's not something that I personally would do, just because I have certain work ethic in mind, and this isn't to say that this is a bad thing to do. It's actually a very smart thing to do, especially financially. But if you're somebody who wants to stay grounded in a career, it may not be the right tip for you. But if you're somebody who's maybe looking into travel nursing or really wanting to make a lot of extra money to pay off school debt, one of the things that you can do is switch your job every 6 months to a year. Now, once again, this may not look great on a resume, and I wouldn't do it for a long period of time. So you do with this information what you will. Use your best judgment. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you think about it, there are a lot of jobs out there that will offer bonuses, whether it is just a sign-on bonus, relocation bonus, stuff of a crisis, so crisis bonus. And usually you'll have to do anywhere from a couple months to a full year of commitment in order to be able to keep that bonus. Otherwise, you'll have to give the money back. But once that commitment's over, you can move on to the next job and see what kind of sign-on and relocation bonuses that they have. And in that case, you would make a lot of extra money per year because it's usually a couple $1,000s that comes with that bonus. So if you're switching your job every 6 months to a year and gaining $20,000 in bonuses, that's bonuses that you don't even have to work extra for. You're just changing your role in your job. So again, that might be kind of a controversial one, but for some people it may make sense. For me personally, it does not, but it might be helpful for you. And last but not least is my 5th tip. So this is to negotiate bonus pay. So most of us have probably picked up a bonus shift at least once during any job we worked, whether in the nursing field or not. But for sure in the nursing field, I know I have. But make sure that when you are picking up a bonus shift, a lot of times they'll offer you overtime pay, but make sure that you're trying to negotiate some actual bonus pay. So overtime pay may not be a whole lot. If you're just picking up another shift, it's like what you would make off of a normal shift plus a little extra per hour. But if they are really needy and short on staff, then you can negotiate some bonus pay on top of that overtime pay, which is something I definitely suggest, because you're taking an entire 12-hour shift or maybe 8 hours, however long you're working, to go and work extra for them when they are short-staffed or really need somebody. And a lot of times it'll be easier than you think to negotiate bonus pay because usually they're really needing somebody. So don't sell yourself short if you're gonna go pick up a bonus, because that's a day off that could be spent, doing errands, working on your hobbies and things like that. So I'm gonna sneak in a 6th tip, even though I haven't put it in the title. So if you've made it this far, guess what? You get a bonus tip. So hopefully that's a reminder to watch my videos all the way through. The sneaky little 6th bonus tip is to find a job that will match you at a higher percentage for your retirement fund. So what do I mean by that is, when you go to sign up for a job and you look at their benefits, a lot of jobs will offer to match you as you put in funds into your retirement fund, an account system. So this can be a 401k, or it can be a Roth or Roth IRA. So a lot of times the company will say, hey, I will match you at 3% to 7% of your paycheck if you put that amount into your retirement fund. And different jobs will offer different percentages. So make sure that if you're looking into more than one hospital system or job and you're looking at the benefits, you compare those percentages, because there's definitely been times where I've applied to jobs and one job said, oh yeah, we'll only match you up to 3%, whereas the other job was like, we'll match you up to 7%. I'm like, I want the one that's gonna match me up to 7%, because that's a lot of money in the long run, and I want to set myself up well in the future. So just make sure you're looking into those benefits carefully. And that is all that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, once again, hit the like button and let me know in the comments down below which tip you found most helpful. I would love to know what you gained from this. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Tutu Anana.